Stakeholder engagement is the process of involving and collaborating with stakeholders throughout the life cycle of a project or product. It is a way of ensuring that the needs and interests of all stakeholders are considered and that the final decision is one that is supported by the majority. Importance of stakeholder engagement. Improve decision-making by ensuring that all perspectives are considered. Increase the likelihood of success by building support for the decision. Reduce conflict and resistance by keeping stakeholders informed and involved. Build trust and relationships with stakeholders. Key aspect of stakeholder engagement. 1. Identify stakeholders. Identify and analyze the individuals, groups, or organizations that have an interest in or can be affected by the project or product. This includes both internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. 2. Understand stakeholder needs and expectations. Gain a deep understanding of each stakeholder's needs, expectations, and concerns. This involves actively listening to their perspectives, conducting interviews, surveys, or focus groups, and analyzing their feedback. Consider their influence, level of involvement, and potential impact on the project or product. 3. Establish communication channels. Establish effective channels and mechanisms for communication with stakeholders. These may include regular meetings, workshops, newsletters, email updates, online forums, or social media platforms. Ensure that the communication channels are accessible, convenient, and tailored to each stakeholder group. So, involve stakeholders in decision-making. Involve stakeholders in decision-making processes to gain their input and perspectives. Seek their opinions, ideas, and recommendations when making key decisions that may impact them. This fosters a sense of ownership, builds trust, and increases their commitment to the project or product. 5. Manage expectations. Clearly communicate project goals, objectives, constraints, and timelines to stakeholders. Be transparent about what can and cannot be achieved. Set realistic expectations and manage them proactively. Address any misconceptions or misunderstandings promptly to maintain stakeholder satisfaction. 6. Address stakeholder concerns and issues. Actively address stakeholder concerns, issues, and conflicts. Listen to their feedback and work towards resolving any challenges or conflicts that arise. Be responsive, empathetic, and proactive in finding solutions that meet their needs while balancing the overall project or product objectives. 7. Seek stakeholder feedback. Regularly seek feedback from stakeholders to assess their satisfaction, gather suggestions for improvement, and identify any emerging concerns. Feedback can be collected through surveys, feedback forms, interviews, or informal conversations. Use this feedback to drive continuous improvement in stakeholder engagement practices. 8. Adapt and adjust. Continuously adapt and adjust stakeholder engagement strategies based on evolving project or product needs and stakeholder dynamics. Regularly reassess stakeholder interests, priorities, and concerns to ensure that engagement efforts remain relevant and effective. 9. Build relationships and trust. Cultivate positive relationships and build trust with stakeholders by demonstrating competence, integrity, and transparency. Actively engage stakeholders, listen to their perspectives, and be responsive to their needs. Establishing trust is crucial for effective collaboration and long-term success. By effectively engaging stakeholders, the project or product team can gain valuable insights, build support, and achieve shared goals. It helps ensure that the project or product meets stakeholder expectations, delivers value, and generates positive outcomes for all involved parties. The role of product owner in stakeholder engagement. The product owner plays a crucial role in stakeholder engagement throughout the development of a product. Their responsibilities include 1. Identifying and analyzing stakeholders. The product owner identifies the key stakeholders who have an interest in or can influence the product. They conduct stakeholder analysis to understand their needs, goals, expectations, and concerns. This helps the product owner prioritize stakeholder engagement efforts and tailor communication strategies accordingly. 2. Facilitating communication. The product owner serves as a bridge between the stakeholders and the development team. They establish effective channels of communication, such as regular meetings, email updates, or workshops to ensure stakeholders are kept informed about the product's progress, changes, and upcoming features. They also facilitate open and transparent communication, encouraging stakeholders to provide feedback, ask questions, and express concerns. 3. Eliciting and prioritizing stakeholder requirements. The product owner actively engages stakeholders to gather their requirements, ideas, and feedback. They listen attentively, ask probing questions, and encourage stakeholders to articulate their needs and expectations. The product owner then analyzes and prioritizes these requirements, considering their value, feasibility, and alignment with the product's vision. 4. Managing stakeholder expectations. The product owner manages stakeholder expectations by providing clarity and transparency about the product's capabilities, limitations, and timeline. They ensure stakeholders have a realistic understanding of what can be delivered and when. If there are conflicting priorities or resource constraints, the product owner collaborates with stakeholders to find appropriate compromises and solutions. 5. Collaborating on product vision and strategy. The product owner works closely with stakeholders to develop and refine the product vision and strategy. They seek input from stakeholders to ensure the vision aligns with their needs and the market demands. Through ongoing collaboration, the product owner ensures that the product roadmap and priorities reflect stakeholder input and contribute to overall business goals. 6. Obtaining stakeholder feedback and validation. The product owner actively seeks feedback from stakeholders on product increments, prototypes, or releases. They facilitate demos, user testing sessions, or review meetings to gather feedback, validate assumptions, and ensure the product meets stakeholder expectations. The product owner incorporates this feedback into future iterations and product enhancements. 7. Managing stakeholder relationships. The product owner builds and maintains positive relationships with stakeholders. They actively engage with stakeholders, demonstrate empathy, and address their concerns promptly. By fostering trust and rapport, the product owner creates an environment of collaboration and partnership, enabling effective stakeholder engagement. By effectively engaging stakeholders, the product owner ensures that their needs are understood, their concerns are addressed, and their feedback is incorporated into the product's development. This collaborative approach leads to a product that meets stakeholder expectations, drives customer satisfaction, and delivers value to the business. Questions. 1. Could you explain the importance of stakeholder engagement? 2. Could you explain with illustration what stakeholder engagement is? 3. Could you explain with illustrations the key aspects of stakeholder engagement? 4. Could you explain the roles of the product owner in stakeholder engagement?